Hello everyone, Chocolate Birds here for another video review. It's another Fazer one this time, another one of the smaller Fazer bars, and it's a crunchy caramel and sea salt in milk chocolate. If memory serves me correct, yes, crunchy caramel and sea salt in milk chocolate. Now, I'm not sure whether I reviewed one of these already in its bigger form or something very similar. I couldn't be sure, so I'm going to review it anyway, we'll see. But yeah, basically you can see, I'm sure I have, so you can see there, it's got this typical Fazer branding, with sort of the colour band at the side, which depicts the specific flavour of this one, which is obviously caramel and salt. Salted caramel, the flavour of the month, pretty much. It's got the new thing there, so it's a new one, of course, or at least it was new when it was produced. Yeah, so Fazer, if you don't know, is a Finnish company. So I've had to import these. From Amazon basically, but you could get them anywhere. So you can't get these regularly in the shops, but I think if you're in Finland or Estonia, you can get these wherever you like. So you're quite lucky really, because they're pretty much amazing. Although I have basically really these smaller bars. They do 200 gram bars. I think they're 200 grams. And they're very, very nice, but the smaller ones, these size bars, tend to just not be quite as good for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think the flavour's not quite as good. They're not really filled with lots of, basically the bigger bar of this, if there was one, would be filled with caramel and all sorts. It'd be just rammed full of it, whereas this one, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I might be surprised. But, as the 2 or 3 of them that I've reviewed previous to this, I've been a bit disappointed. Whereas the regular 200 gram bars are absolutely fantastic. Or some of the in-between ones. Yeah, the travel editions. So this is about 14 centimetres. Does have flourishes, so we're going to lose those. It's basically a segmented bar, 5 segments. If experience proves to be right again. So it's 529 calories per 100 grams. It's a 37 gram bar. 31 grams of fat per 100 grams. 20 of which are saturated. So again, we're probably dividing that by 3, so I don't know, it's just, what is it, 180 or something like that. 180 calories roughly. It's just over 3 because it's 37, so 180, 360. Yeah, so it's about 180 calories, about 11 grams of fat, something like that, and about 7 grams of which is saturates. So roughly. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's annoying, these bars. They don't give you it in, they do it per 100 grams. And why not just do it per 37 grams or per the bar? It's, lazy, I think. Okay. It's one problem with Fazer's bars, I think, that they need to sort out. I'm quite sure they can do the maths. People can hear, so. Alright, anyway, so here we go. Getting a nice smell from it. It's collapsed a bit, as you can see, it's segmented. Yeah, anyway, there we go. So you can see it's got the Fazer logo on there. So it's on the side. So you can see it's done a bit of a trick where the sort of join between the segments looks like it's quite thick, but if you look at it like that, it actually, was it concaves or whatever? Anyway, it dips in. As you can see there. So there actually isn't much of a, it's actually really just, it's how small it looks. But I don't know how much difference that makes, but there you go. I thought I'd put it down. Now it does, you can smell the salted caramel smell. It's you do get a waft of it as you open it, and of course I guess I'm a bit used to it now. But normally in the bigger Fazer bars, you would, at the bottom, you would see lots of dimples and all sorts of the filling, whereas you don't in these. And again, I think that's why they're just not quite as full of stuff as the bigger bars. I don't think I measured it, did I? Let's do a quick rough measurement, but I think yeah, it's going to be a bit rough, but you get the gist. So it's about 11.5 centimeters there it was, so very slightly less. So we've definitely lost some size there. So yeah, if you look, you see there's one sort of chunk in there you can see, which is probably a caramel chunk. See just at the top, and there's one there probably corresponds to it. So yeah, and and when you break the segments, you're not seeing any in there. So it makes you sort of wonder if it's only in the top part of it where it's obviously the segment will snap there. You know, I don't know. I'll try cutting another one. Clean the break. Yeah, so okay, so you can see a few bits and pieces in there, a bit more this time. I wouldn't say there's loads though, you know, it's okay, but yeah, hard to say. I'll do just a quick dissection of this one in the middle. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can see, I think in the bottom bit, there's just no hint at. Yeah, I think it looks like, it might look like on the camera, but I don't think that is a speck there. I think it's just a protrusion of chocolate. There's no hint at any filling in the bottom part of it, which makes you think there isn't really, because that's where the joint's only in the top, and there's not much going on in the top. So, yeah, we'll see. Let's give it a try anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, there's not much crunch in there, but you do get a salty caramel taste. It's a smooth chocolate. Very smooth chocolate, it's nice. But as you do get predominantly salted caramel taste, so if you like that, of course, you'll be in heaven. It's like a sort of bitter chocolate, a bitter caramel taste, I'd say. I don't mind it, it's nice. There's definitely not much crunch in here. I'll say like it looked like from the cross sections. It didn't look like there was much in it, and there isn't. There's only a few crunches. It's quite crunchy caramel though, you know, like little nuggets of caramel. It's okay. You get more of the sense that the chocolate's just got a bit of a salty or caramel essence in it or something. And there's just little crunchy bits in there which add more to the texture rather than the taste. Because the salty taste is in the chocolate. So yeah, it's okay. You definitely get the flavour anyway. So you definitely get the salted caramel flavour. You get little crispy bits in there which may or may not be affecting the taste. It might just be there for texture. It seems to me like they're there for texture. It's hard to say. There's enough in there, I'd say. You can't quite tell there, but you do get little crunchy bits. It's not ram full of crunchy bits, which I think the bigger Fazer bars are. But there's enough. It's a nice texture. Yeah, it's okay. It does what it says on the tin, I think. It's a nice chocolate. It's nice and creamy. There's definitely you definitely get the taste of the salted caramel in there. It's not rammed full of the caramel pieces or whatever, which you might expect if you come from the bigger bars. Which again, I think is just what happens with these smaller ones. But it's nice. You definitely get the salted caramel taste. It's not too bad at all. I'm sure there's a bigger one, a bigger salted caramel or caramel with salt or whatever bar they do. I'd be tempted to look out for that one. I'm sure I've probably reviewed it actually, so take a look, see if I've reviewed that one. I do, excuse me, there's a playlist for Fazer chocolates. This will probably be in the playlist, so it should be quite easy to find if there is one. Apologies if there's not, but yeah, it's okay. I think a 3 out of 5 for me. I don't 3.5 out of 5. I don't mind it really. You know, I just think it's just probably, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's a nice salted caramel taste. I just think it's probably, I don't know. Just probably, I don't know. I can't quite describe it really. I don't think it will knock your socks off, if you know what I mean. I think that's the gist of it. You know, it's just an okay taste. Maybe I'm a bit biased now because I'm a bit wary of these smaller bars, and I'm kind of thinking, well, yeah, I'm purposefully finding the fact that there's, well, not purposefully, but I'm focusing on the fact that these are just not as good as the bigger bars, and because I've been sport with the big phaser bars, and as this one really is probably one of the better ones of the smaller bars, because it has quite, it does have the taste. You get a nice smell when you open it of what you'd expect, this sort of salty caramel smell. It does taste of it. You definitely don't get as much in it as you would do in the bigger ones. As I say, if you looked at one of the bigger bars, all this would be bulging with the crunchy caramel chunks that are in there. It wouldn't be flat like that at all. It really wouldn't. And the top wouldn't. And when you did a cross section, you would just be overwhelmed with bits in it. So I don't know, but this is it is different from the bigger bar, I guess, for whatever reason. It's if one does exist. I'm sure it does. I'm sure I've tasted it before. Anyway, not too bad then. If you like salted caramel, it's definitely for you. There's enough taste in there to last you. I just kind of feel like I think I'm probably being a bit biased on this and just comparing it with a bigger bar, which I shouldn't be doing really. I would say, as I said, there's definitely enough crunch in there. Every segment does have enough crunch in it. It does have the taste, so it is good. It does taste of it. I think I'm just, as I say, probably being a bit wary of these smaller phaser bars and just the fact that they're just not quite as good as the bigger ones. But I think if I switch that off, you definitely get the taste. It's a lovely chocolate, very nice and creamy. It's a lovely salty texture you get in there. You really do get that taste. It's not subtle at all, but it's nice. It's not overpowering. The crunchy caramel bits are nice, and there's enough of them. Despite what I've said, there's enough of them. So you get a good few crunches every bite. So it's pretty nice actually. I'd just say probably maybe it's just a salty caramel taste. It's not my favourite. I think it's probably a bit plain. I prefer the sort of other flavours that Phaser do. They do many lovely various fruity ones and things, and they're just really nice. Even if you don't like fruit in chocolate, you'd really like them because they're just amazing. So yeah, not a bad one, as I say. So 3.5 out of 5 for me, I'd say, for this one. Probably one of the better salted caramel ones I've tasted, has to be said. Some of them just aren't that great. I'd definitely say this is up there with the best of them. So, if you try not to listen too much to my score, I think it's just probably for the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of salted caramel, but I think this is the best one. It doesn't taste too bitter, it's got a nice texture to it. So yeah, not too bad at all. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. As always, follow me on Twitter and subscribe and let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again guys, see you soon. Bye for now. See ya.